Hello, good morning friends. Today we are going to discuss on the topic part of speech, which is very essential in the grammar portion of English. Most of the time we know all the functions of the words. For example, noun, it is his own importance, pronoun, it is his own importance. After that, verbs, it is its own importance. That is why there are near about 8 types of part of speech. So in this video we are going to discuss on the 8 part of speeches, that are noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective. Number 6, preposition. Number 7, conjunction. Number 8, interjection. These are 8 kinds of part of speech. But before going through the part of speech, we should know what is meant by sentence. Sentence. S-E-N-T-E-N-C-E. Sorry, S-E. Sentence. What is the definition of sentence? There is the bifurcation sense plus tense. There is a bifurcation of the sense as well as tense. In the sentence, that particular sentence should be particular sense, in a particular sense, and there should be a particular tense. For example, I will write here, he a flower plucks. So this is a group of word. This is a group of word, but which is not making complete sense. This is a group of word, he a flower and plucks, but it not makes a complete sense. Means what is the definition of sentence? A group of word which makes a complete sense. Which makes a complete sense. For example, I play cricket. This is also a group of word, but it is a complete sense, which makes a complete sense. This sense has made a complete sense. That is why we can say this is the sentence. So in English grammar or in any grammar of Marathi or any language grammar, the constructions, it is necessary. The construction, it is mandatory while speaking as well as while writing. So in this video we are going to discuss about a part of speech, and I have already written on the whiteboard. There are 8 types of part of speeches are there: noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, preposition, conjunction and interjection, which is very important for the examination point of view for all classes. Understand? So that we have discussed about a sentence, there is a particular structure. So in the formula wise we can write here, the sentence start with subject. The sentence start with subject, then there should be auxiliary verb or main verb. Subject plus auxiliary verb plus main verb plus object plus other word. This is the structure. This is the structure of tense. This is the particular structure of tense, and we all know that there are 12 kinds of tense. So in the next video I will try to explain that video on the tense basis. But now we are going to discuss on the part of speeches. What is the particular definition of part of speech? In the name there is a meaning. Part of speech. Speech, it means the speaking language. Speak, it means the speaking language, and part, it means the basis. Part, it means the basis. Every word has their own importance and every word has their own function. For example, in the sentence, noun has his own function, verb plays his own role, preposition plays his own role, conjunction plays his own role. So all the 8 part of speeches playing their own roles. So that is called the part of speech. Part of speech means without part of speech we cannot construct any sentence. पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच शिवाय आपण एकही सेंटेन्स कन्स्ट्रक्ट करू शकत नाही किंवा लिहू शकत नाही. हेच इम्पॉर्टन्स आहे पार्ट ऑफ स्पीचचं. आजच्या व्हिडिओमध्ये आपल्याला पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच म्हणजे काय, त्यानंतर नाऊन म्हणजे काय, नाऊनचे काइंड्स किती आहे, त्यानंतर प्रोनाऊन म्हणजे काय, प्रोनाऊनचे काइंड्स किती आहे, या व्हिडिओमध्ये आज आपण बघणार आहोत. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस हियर ऑन नाउन. Noun. You know what is the definition of noun? Noun, the name of person, place or thing. The name of person, place or things is called noun. What is the definition of noun? The name of person, the name of place or the name of things is called noun. व्यक्तीच्या, वस्तूच्या किंवा एखाद्या ठिकाणाच्या दिल्या गेलेल्या नावाला आपण नाम असे म्हणतो. द नेम ऑफ पर्सन, प्लेस ऑर थिंग्स इज कॉल्ड नाउन. फॉर एक्झाम्पल वी हॅव नंबर ऑफ एक्झाम्पल्स फॉर नाउन. इट इज ओनली नाउन, नॉट इट इज अ प्रॉपर, कॉमन और एनी अदर. इट इज ओनली नाउन. सो वी कॅन टेक राम, श्याम, रिवर, mountain, fan, whiteboard. Okay, so these are means number of examples we have. Ram, Sham, river, mountain, fan, whiteboard. There are different types of examples of the nouns. So first of all we have to know about the definition. The name of person, place or things. The name of person, place or things is known as noun. Number of example I have mentioned here. With sentence we will explain. For example, I saw a river. In this sentence a river is playing as a role of noun. River is playing as a role of noun, but we are not going to consider here the particular river. The Ganga, the Yamuna, means number of rivers has been presented on the earth, but we are not going to discuss here any particular or proper river. We are just nominating here the river. It is a common, it is only just an example. So there are number of types. I think near about 5 types of noun we will discuss here. First of all, number A, common noun. The definition of common noun is the name of common person, place or things. Common person, place or things which is common. In Marathi, common means सामान्य. मराठीमध्ये आपण काय म्हणत असतो याला? सामान्य. जे अत्यंत सामान्य आहे, ज्याची कसलीही स्पेशालिटी नाही, ज्यामध्ये कसलीही पर्टिक्युलॅरिटी नाही, अशा नामांना आपण काय? कॉमन नाव. मग ते राजू असो, तुमच्या एरियातला संजू असो, एखादी नदी असो, एखादी पेन असो, एखादी फॅन असो किंवा काही असो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल पेन. पेन इट इज अ कॉमन. देन रिवर, then mountain, whiteboard. These are all the examples of common noun. Common noun म्हणजे जे सामान्य आहे, ज्या ज्या वस्तूच्या, ज्या ज्या व्यक्तीच्या किंवा ज्या ज्या व्यक्तीला, ठिकाणाला किंवा वस्तूला सामान्यपणे आपण नाव देत असतो एखादी पर्टिक्युलर, त्या सर्वच्या सर्व नामांना, त्या सर्वच्या सर्व नाउन्सना आपण कॉमन नाउन या कॅटेगरीमध्ये टाकू. नेक्स्ट, प्रॉपर नाउन. इन द वर्ड ऑफ प्रॉपर देर इज अ पर्टिक्युलर. प्रॉपर नाउन. In the name there is a particularity, there is a speciality. Proper means the person who is single, the person there is no one as like him, or the person who has the particularity or the speciality. For example, the name of proper person, the definition of proper noun is the name of proper person, place or things is called proper noun. The name of proper person, proper place or proper thing. For example, William Shakespeare. Have you heard the name? Shakespeare. Have you heard the name of Shakespeare? He is one of the greatest dramatists in English literature field. So he is the special person. He is the special person. For example, Mahatma Gandhi. Why should we can say Mahatma Gandhi? It is the example for the proper noun, because we know that father of nation. Mahatma Gandhi is as a father of nation. That is why we can say this is the example of proper noun. Then next we can write here Ganga river. Ganga river. River, it is the common part of this noun, but Ganga denoting the speciality of the word. Ganga is denoting the speciality of the word. That is why we can say this is the best example for the proper noun. We have number of examples for the proper noun. I think you got it. The next, number 3, we are going to discuss here collective noun. Write down collective noun. What is mean by collective noun? The definition of collective noun is the name of number, person or place are taken together is called collective noun. The name of number of person, place are taken together is called collective noun. What is mean by collective noun? The name of number of person, place or things are taken together is called collective noun. For example, we have number of example for the collective noun. For example, army, then class, then bouquet, then team. These are all the examples for the collective noun. Why we can say army is the best example for the collective noun? Because it is a group of soldier. Army, it is a group of soldier. Group of soldier means not a single soldier. There is a more than 10, more than 20, more than 30, uncountable. There should be uncountable players or uncountable soldiers. That is known as army. That particular word for the collections of the people, collections of the soldier, that is known as army. Then next, why should we can say that class is the best example for the collective noun? Because class denoting the number of student, class denoting the number of student, that is why we can say class, it is the best example for the collective noun. Then bouquet, not a single flower, bouquet, the bunch of flower. Bouquet, it means the bunch of flower. There is no single flower. That is why we can say it is the best example for the collective noun. According to the definition, we can say that the name of number of person, place or things are taken together is called collective noun. That is why we can say class, army as well as bouquet is also the best example for the collective noun. Then team, cricket team. How many players are there? Near about 11 players are in the cricket team. So team, it is a number of player. Team, it is denoting the number of player, not a single player. It is denoting the number of player. That is why we can say team, it is the best example for the collective noun. I think you have been understood this. If you need to take a screenshot from the screen, you can take. Then next we are going to discuss number 4, material noun. What is the definition for the material noun? It is very easy. Material means the name of material things is known as material noun. The name of material things, not place or anything. The name of material things is called material noun. Material noun, it means the name of material things, and we all know that material has the two types: solid material, liquid material. For example, we will take gold, it is also material. Then silver, it is also material. In liquid, water, it is also material. Oil, it is also material. Then iron, it is also material. So the name of material means any kind of materials which is present on the universe, on the earth, is known as material noun. एखाद्या मटेरियल गोष्टीला जे आपण नाव देत असतो त्या सर्वांना आपण काय म्हणत असतो? मटेरियल नाउन. मग ते टेबल असो, खुर्ची असो, भिंत असो, आहे ना, रेती गिट्टी, जे काही आहे तुमच्या अवतीभोवती सराउंडिंगमध्ये प्रेझेंट, जे नॉन लिव्हिंग थिंग्ज आहे त्या सर्वच्या सर्व दिल्या गेलेल्या नावांना मटेरियल नाउन असं आपण म्हणत असतो. Means the name of materials thing is called material noun. Already I have written on the whiteboard the examples: gold, silver, water, oil, iron, petrol, diesel, etc., etc., etc. So there are number of examples for the material noun. Then next, number 5, abstract noun. Abstract noun. And my dear friend, don't forget to learn this abstract noun, because it is very essential, because it is very important for the examination point of view. Abstract noun. Abstract noun means what? The noun which cannot be touched, the given name which cannot be touched but we can feel. The noun which cannot be touched, but we can feel. The noun which cannot be touched but we can feel. म्हणजे असे नावं ज्यांना आपण काय करू शकत नाही, टच करू शकत नाही, परंतु फील करू शकतो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, it is said that honesty is the best policy. Honesty, it is a noun. Honesty is the best policy. But can we show your honesty? No, we cannot show our honesty. Can we show our bravery? No, because it is the inner quality of the person, it is the inner quality of the people which cannot be shown. It is for the feeling purpose. It can be felt but it cannot be touched. So that is why abstract noun means, in a simple way we can say that the definition of abstract noun is what? The name of quality, state and action. The name of quality, state and action. The name of quality, state and action is known as abstract noun. Which are the quality? For example, honesty, bravery, these are the quality. Then state. Which are the state? For example, poverty, richness. What are the action? Slippery. So these are the examples for the abstract nouns. Abstract noun is the noun which cannot be touched but we can feel. It is the best example. And these are the qualities which cannot be buy from any shop. ऑनेस्टी किंवा प्रामाणिकता आपण कुठल्याही दुकानातून विकत घेऊ शकत नाही. ती उपजतच मनुष्याला निसर्गामार्फत दिल्या गेलेली देणगी आहे. त्याच्यामुळे ती कुणी चोरूही शकत नाही आणि आपण ती एकमेकाला ट्रान्सफरसुद्धा करू शकत नाही. अशा ज्या भावना असतात त्या भावनांना काय करू म्हणत असतो, कोणत्या नावाच्या कॅटेगरीमध्ये आपण टाकत असतो, ॲब्स्ट्रॅक्ट नाऊन. द नाऊन विच कॅन नॉट बी टच बट वी कॅन फील. बट वी कॅन फील. डोंट फॉरगेट दिस वर्ड, बट वी कॅन फील. इट मीन्स इन अ सिम्पल वे वी कॅन से दॅट द नेम ऑफ क्वालिटी, स्टेट अँड ॲक्शन. द नेम ऑफ quality, state and action is known as, or it is called, abstract noun. Example I have written on the whiteboard. If you want to take a screenshot of the screen, you can take easily. So friends, now we are going to discuss second part of speech, pronoun. In Marathi we can say सर्वनाम. मराठीमध्ये याला असं म्हटलं जाते की नामाऐवजी वापरल्या जाणाऱ्या शब्दाला सर्वनाम असे म्हणतात. इन इंग्लिश द गिवन नेम इंस्टीड ऑफ नेम द वर्ड प्रोनाउन इज द वर्ड विच इज यूज ॲट द प्लेस ऑफ नेम इंस्टीड ऑफ नेम इज कॉल्ड प्रोनाउन. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, प्रोनाउन इज अ वर्ड which is used at the place of noun or instead of noun. Pronoun is a word which is used at the place of noun or instead of noun. For example, we have number of examples for the pronoun. We will take he, she, it, they, we, this, that. These are so many examples we have for the pronoun. But we have to know, we should know what is the exact definition of the pronoun. What is the exact definition of the pronoun? The pronoun is a word which is used where? At the place of noun. At the place of noun is very important, or instead of noun. नामाऐवजी, इन्स्टेड ऑफ नाऊन किंवा ॲट द प्लेस ऑफ नाऊन, म्हणजे ज्या ठिकाणी नाम वापरत असतो. जर एक्झाम्पल जर घेतले आपण की राम इज अ डॉक्टर, फुल स्टॉप. ही इज व्हेरी क्लेवर. सो राम इज अ डॉक्टर and we said about a Ram in the second sentence, he is a very clever. Means we stop the repetition of the noun. We stop here the repetition of noun. Means Ram, for Ram we have been used here he. That is why he is the pronoun in the sentence. Means instead of Ram, instead of noun we used here he. That is why he is known as pronoun. म्हणजे एखाद्या शब्दाचं वारंवार होणारं रिपिटेशन जिथे टाळायचं आहे आणि जो शब्द टाळतो त्या शब्दाला प्रोनाऊन असं म्हटल्या जाते. अंडरस्टँड? ओके. नेक्स्ट एक्झाम्पल वी विल टेक. प्रोनाऊन हॅज अ नियर अबाउट 9 काइंड्स. वी ऑल नो प्रोनाऊन हॅज अ नियर अबाउट 9 काइंड्स. द फर्स्ट काइंड्स ऑफ प्रोनाऊन, पर्सनल प्रोनाऊन. Kinds of pronoun we are going to discuss in this video. The first pronoun, personal pronoun. Personal pronoun, what is mean by personal? Personal means vayaktik. It means the name, the pronoun. Personal pronoun is a word, personal is a word which is used for person or things. Personal pronoun means the personal pronoun is a word which is used for the person or things. Means particular person or particular thing. The pronoun which is used, that is known as personal pronoun. For example, he, it is denoting the particular person. For example, it is denoting the particular things. She, it, they, we, this, that. These are all the examples for the personal pronoun. What is the definition of personal pronoun? The personal pronoun, it means that which is used for the person or things. The pronoun which is used for the person or things. म्हणजे असं प्रोनाऊन जे वैयक्तिकरित्या एखाद्या पर्टिक्युलर वस्तूसाठी किंवा पर्टिक्युलर व्यक्तीसाठी पर्सनली आपण ज्याचा उल्लेख करत असतो. म्हणजे राम इज अ क्लेवर बॉय. Ram is a clever boy and he is sitting in my class. He is sitting in my class. So avoiding repetition of the Ram, we have been taken here he in the second sentence. That is why we can say he is the pronoun and that is a personal pronoun. I think you have been understood this concept. Next we will discuss here demonstrative pronoun. Second kinds of pronoun is demonstrative. Demonstrative pronoun. So what is mean by demonstrative or demonstration? What I am demonstrating in front of you through this camera. I am demonstrating. I am giving a demonstration in front of you. It is called a demonstration. If I will say this is fan, this is whiteboard, means I am pointing out to the particular thing. I am pointing out to the particular thing. For example, this is a pen. I will say pointing out. I am pointing out to the pen. This is a pen. This is a whiteboard. Means I am denoting or I am pointing out to the particular thing. That is demonstrative pronoun. That is demonstrative pronoun. What is the definition of demonstrative pronoun? The demonstrative pronoun is the pronoun which is pointing out something, which is pointing out something. What is the definition of demonstrative pronoun? Demonstrative pronoun is a pronoun which is pointing out to the something. Pointing out means, for example, this, that, these, those. Okay, this, that, these, those. These are the example. In sentence, this is a ball, that is a bat. Means these are the simple sentences. In this sentence, this is playing as a role of demonstrative pronoun, and in the second sentence, that is playing a demonstrative pronoun. So these are, means we are pointing out to the something, we are pointing out to the someone by our fingers. That is known as demonstrative pronoun. According to the definition, we have been learnt about the demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronoun is the pronoun which is pointing out to the something. Next pronoun we are going to discuss here, interrogative pronoun. Number 3, interrogative pronoun. What is the definition of interrogative pronoun? Interrogative, it is very well known word for you. Interrogative means the pronoun which is used to ask a question. Interrogative pronoun is the pronoun which is used to ask a question. Interrogative pronoun is the pronoun which is used to ask a question. जो प्रोनाउन प्रश्न विचारण्यासाठी आपण उपयोगात आणतो किंवा वापरात आणतो त्या प्रोनाउनला इंटरॉगेटिव्ह प्रोनाउन असं म्हणतात. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, व्हॉट, whom, whose, which. Okay, these are all the examples for the interrogative pronoun. And what is interrogative pronoun? Interrogative pronoun is the word which is used to ask a question. These are the all examples which is using for asking a question. For example, where are you going? Where are you going? The second example, what are you doing? What are you doing. So for asking a question, the pronoun which is used to asking a question, that pronoun is known as interrogative pronoun. You can take a screenshot of these all examples. Next we are going to discuss number 4, relative pronoun. It is very important pronoun for the examination point of view. Relative pronoun. In the word there is a meaning of relation. In the word there is a meaning of relation. Relation means this pronoun is playing as a role of conjunction, because in this pronoun this pronoun is connecting two words, two sentences or two clauses. The definition of this relative pronoun is that relative pronoun is the pronoun which is used to join two sentences and modifies to the noun. This is the definition of relative pronoun. What is the relative pronoun means? सब्जेक्टचं रिलेशन हे दुसऱ्या सेंटेन्सच्या सब्जेक्टशी किंवा दुसऱ्या सेंटेन्समधली असणाऱ्या जेही मटेरियल आहे ते वर्ब असो किंवा अदर वर्ड्स असो, या सर्वांशी जे नातं जोडतं, जे रिलेशन जोडतं, ॲज अ रोल ऑफ कंजंक्शन प्ले करतं, त्या प्रोनाऊनला आपण रिलेटिव्ह प्रोनाऊन असं म्हणूया. फॉर एक्झाम्पल हू, विच, हुज, होम. तुम्हाला निश्चितच प्रश्न पडलेला असेल की हू, व्हिच, हुज, हुम आपण याही अगोदर घेतलेला आहे कुठे? इंट्रॅगेटिव्ह प्रोनाऊनमध्ये. परंतु त्यावेळेस यांचा रोल हा इंट्रॅगेटिव्ह प्रोनाऊन होता, परंतु रिलेटिव्ह प्रोनाऊनमध्ये ॲज अ रोल ऑफ कंजंक्शन. फॉर एक्झाम्पल हू इट मीन्स नॉट अ कोन इन द रिलेटिव्ह प्रोनाऊन, इट इज की जे, की जो, की ज्याचा, की ज्याला. अशा पद्धतीत यांचा वापर आपण सेंटेन्समध्ये करणार आहोत. लेट्स टेक एन एक्झाम्पल. The boy who is standing in front of my gate is my brother. Okay, so here I have been connected to noun with the who, means the boy who is standing in front of my gate is my brother. तो मुलगा की जो माझ्या घराच्या गेट समोर आहे तो माझा कोण आहे? भाऊ आहे. अशा पद्धतीचं दोन सेंटेन्स ज्या शब्दाने आपण जोडतो त्याला आपण रिलेटिव्ह प्रोनाऊन असं म्हणतो. द बॉय हू इज स्टँडिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ द गेट, इट मीन्स रिलेटिव्ह प्रोनाऊन इज द प्रोनाऊन विच इज यूज्ड टू जॉइन टू सेंटेन्सेस and modifies to the noun. We have been modified here the boys. The boy who was standing in front of my gate, that is my brother. Next example we will take the book. The book which you have is very essential. The book which you have is a very essential. जे पुस्तक तुझ्याकडे आहे ते अत्यंत महत्त्वाचं आहे, अत्यंत उपयोगाचं आहे, अत्यंत इसेन्शियल आहे. अँड विच हॅज बीन कनेक्टेड टू सेंटेन्सेस ऑर टू सब्जेक्ट. हिअर द बुक अँड यू both are subject and both subject has connected with the which as a relative pronoun. So it is the best example for the relative pronoun. Next, reflexive pronoun. Number 5 we are going to discuss here the kinds of pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. What is the definition of reflexive pronoun? Reflection means the subject reflects itself. Reflexive pronoun is the word which is in the sentence the subject reflect itself is the pronoun, reflexive pronoun is the pronoun who is where subject reflect itself, the subject reflect itself. Reflexive pronoun is the pronoun where the subject reflect itself. म्हणजे रिफ्लेक्सिव्ह प्रोनाऊन हे असं प्रोनाऊन आहे की जिथे सब्जेक्ट हा काय करतो, स्वतःचंच रिफ्लेक्शन त्या वाक्यामध्ये दाखवत असतो. फॉर एक्झाम्पलवरून तुम्हाला जास्त लक्षात येईल की आय असेल तर माय सेल्फ, ही असेल तर हिमसेल्फ, शी असेल तर हरसेल्फ, यू असेल तर युअर सेल्फ, इट असेल तर इट सेल्फ, दे असेल तर देम सेल्फ. So these are all the examples for the reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun is the pronoun where subject reflects itself. We will go through the example. Ram enjoyed himself in the party. In this example, Ram, it is the subject, and in this sentence Ram is reflecting himself. Ram is reflecting himself means for the Ram we have taken himself, means it is the reflexive pronoun. Himself, it is the reflexive pronoun. One more example we will take. She danced herself. She danced herself. Okay. So in this sentence also we have been taken herself as a reflexive pronoun because pronoun has reflect itself. Pronoun has reflect itself. That is why we can say these are the examples for the reflexive pronoun. Next we will take another examples, another type of part of speech, that is number 6, emphatic. Emphatic pronoun. It is very simple. It is as like a reflexive pronoun. हा reflexive pronoun सारखाच आहे. Emphatic pronoun is the pronoun where subject emphasize, where the subject emphasize means pressurize. सब्जेक्टला तिथेच प्रेशराइज केल्या जाते. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, आय मायसेल्फ डू माय वर्क. I myself do my work. So I myself, he himself, she herself, they themselves, we ourselves. Means like this. In the emphatic pronoun, like this we can use the example. For example, she herself. या वाक्यामध्ये सब्जेक्ट नंतर लगेच जे प्रोनाऊन येते त्याला एम्फॅटिक प्रोनाऊन म्हणतात. आणि रिफ्लेक्सिव्हमध्ये काय, व्हर्ब नंतर जो प्रोनाऊन येत असतो त्याला आपण रिफ्लेक्सिव्ह प्रोनाऊन असं म्हणत असतो. हा झाला एम्फॅटिक प्रोनाऊन. अँड लास्ट प्रोनाऊन वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस हिअर, दॅट इज रेसिप्रोकल प्रोनाऊन. नंबर 7, रेसिप्रोकल pronoun. Okay, what is reciprocal pronoun? Reciprocal pronoun is the pronoun where we can bifurcate two words, more than two or two. For example, for two people we can use each other, and for more than two we can use one another. These are the examples for the reciprocal pronoun. It is very simple kind of pronoun, reciprocal pronoun, each other and one other. These are the examples. We will go through the example. Ram and Shyam. Ram and Shyam is playing each other. Ram and Shyam. Because in the given sentence, Ram and Shyam, these are two people, Ram and Shyam. Ram and Shyam denoting two number. Ram and Shyam denoting how many number? Two number. That is why we have taken each other. Each other. Ram and Shyam is playing each other. For two people, for two number, we can use as a reciprocal pronoun each other. The next, four girls were quarreling one another. Okay. Four girls were quarreling one another. Four girls were quarreling one another. In this given sentence, one another, it means more than two. Where we will discuss about more than two, that is called one another. That is called one another. We can take as a reciprocal pronoun one another. So these are all the types of noun as well as pronoun we have been learned in this video. I hope so you have been understood. If you want to practice more and more, you can take more and more sentences from your textbook and try to solve at your home, and you can send me at my personal number. Thank you very much.